Hey everyone, this is Zachary Kew-Denniss and I'm doing a quick video today just about Android O. On Wednesday we got the first beta level of Android O for the Pixel devices and the Nexus 5X and 6P. And I've been using it for a few days, so I just thought I'd go over a few things that are new, what my favourite new features are. So I've got it running here on my Pixel XL, and let's start off with the launcher. The Pixel launcher's had a fair few tweaks. The little sidebar, look at the Google pill, the part coming at the left of the screen that kind of joins it to the edge. I'll bring that in a bit closer. It's now completely transparent, just it's, you can see it's there, but it's not as in your face. It looks a little bit nicer. We've also had a couple of changes to the way app shortcuts work in the Pixel launcher, and hopefully this will roll down to the Google Now launcher as well, because currently Nexus devices don't have this, even though they should, because it's a stock O feature. And that's what we call notification dots. So if you look just here on my Pulse SMS icon, you can see the little notification badge there, and that tells me there is a notification that I haven't seen, and it's linked in with the notification tray up here. So if I press and hold down on Pulse, you'll see I get the normal app shortcuts here, but I also get the notification itself. If I tap it, it's the same as tapping it up there, takes me into the message, but I can also swipe it away, which dismisses it from the notification shade as well. Pretty nice. We've also got a new icon here, and if you click that, it shows you available widgets for that app, and then you can pull them up and they're on this home screen, and that works on any app regardless of whether it's got app shortcuts. So even for example, trying to think of one, Netflix, it doesn't obviously show any app shortcuts, but it does give me access to widgets, and you can press and hold on Facebook for the regular app info. However, the notification dots don't have to be opted in by the developer. It's completely built in, which means that even though Facebook haven't integrated anything from Android N yet, let alone Android O, app notification dots will work with Facebook, so that's always a good thing. Also in notifications, I'm just going to send myself one, just so that I can demonstrate it, so we'll wait for that to come through. A couple of things have changed, so you can bring it over here and hit this button, and you can snooze that notification for 15 minutes. You also get the ability to undo, and what that would do basically would, I accidentally closed it, but oh well, it would basically mean that in 15 minutes time that notification comes back. You also get extra minimized persistent notifications, which is really nice. It does however seem to be a bug. The Android system's warning me that navbar apps is drawing over other apps. I know it is because I've told it to. That's, I use navbar apps for that reason, but unfortunately that's kind of a glitch, because you're supposed to be able to, all categories, deny just that one notification about navbar apps, but the toggle's broken currently in this build. It did work in the original alpha preview though. That's only a minor annoyance for so far. So that's pretty much everything in home screen. Notifications, you'll also notice everything's white now. Don't fret too much if you don't like it. Personally, I do. There is supposed to be a theme option in display, and it worked in the very first preview of Android O, where you could switch it to Pixel, which is what we know. It's the same dark theme that Nougat has, and then you'd have an inverted theme. However, it's a bit bugged and you can't switch, so at the moment we're stuck with the light theme, but I think that is just a glitch. You'll notice though that it's got RRO mentioned. Now that's Sony's theme engine that was baked into open source project Android quite a while ago, but I can't remember exactly when. So it looks like Google may finally be embracing that, which will be nice. Otherwise, quick settings have had a few minor enhancements. The settings button is now down here, which makes the status bar more consistent across all things. Still get the same amount of pages, the edit button's moved, so is the user button. Battery saver, I'm really annoyed, but you can't get the battery chart in quick settings anymore. That just toggles battery saver on and off. So you have to hold down in order to get to battery stats. The battery stats page has had quite the overhaul as well. It shows how long an app was actually used for compared to how much battery it used. So if an app suddenly uses far more battery than it should, you'll know whether it's because you were using it or not. You can click into the battery bar here and get the regular battery chart, etc. now. It's quite a bit nicer, nicer to look at. You can turn on the battery percentage in the status bar as well, which is next to the icon now instead of inside it, things like that. Going into the main settings app, yet again for the second year running we've had a major overhaul. It's all white now, and there are less options, and that's because we've got more sub-menus rather than menus. So in connected devices, that's where CAS, NFC, Android Beam and all of that are, including Bluetooth, and then network and internet is where Wi-Fi and mobile data are. If we go down to system, that's where we'll find developer settings, system updates, about phone, and the system UI tuner, all in that one menu. One thing of note, which is a little bit annoying, is that the memory usage graph has been moved to developer options, which is a bit of a shame. RAM usage is a little bit high on this preview, I should also point out, but it doesn't seem to have affected the running of the phone yet. System UI Tuner has had some enhancements. So we have the regular status bar options we had from before. We also have picture-in-picture mode. You have to enable that with a custom button in the nav bar using Android key code. I can't demonstrate it in this video because I can't remember what that code is. And you can also edit the navigation bar, so you can have it in compact, right-leaning, left-leaning. I obviously keep it in normal. And you can have extra buttons like a keyboard switcher, clipboard, things like that. You get to choose the icon for them as well. And then you can also edit the lock screen options. So I never use the voice assist option on the lock screen because you use the hot phrase for that, which I'm not going to say because I have a Google Home right next to me. But now you can change it to anything you want. And what's nice is that when you click it, it includes app shortcuts as options. So I could set it straight to the feeling lucky part of Google Photos, and then when I lock, wake it back up and drag, it's gone for the I'm feeling lucky in Google Photos. Quite nice. Otherwise, that's it for System UI Tuner. Otherwise, in settings, things are pretty much the same. The storage menus had quite a nice overhaul as well. Instead of saying how much space you've used, it actually says how much is left when you look in this bit, 97.33 gigabytes free. And then it's got the free up storage. It itemizes things a little bit nicer. You have your toggles for smart storage, etc. as well. And everything's categorized and grouped together well. Also, app search has had a change. So now you can clear old searches away, but also it shows apps that are installed, and I've got almost 300 of them. And you can go straight to an app's info page from search results rather than having to scroll through lots and lots of apps in a list. Cosmetically, that's pretty much it actually when it comes to Android O. It's kind of under the hood changes really other than that. So we've got more granular controls over notifications, doze is getting stronger, animations have changed, they're now physics based. We have adaptive icons, which is a little bit hard to show because not many icons support it, but Google Play Movies does, so let's use that. So at the moment it's set to round. If I open up the settings here, we'll go for cylinder. I don't know why on earth cylinder's here because it looks stupid. And you'll see it's kind of gone into this weird little shape there for Play Movies. I don't really know why that's a thing. Mainly, from what I've heard, the option for that being in Pixel Launcher is a bug. It shouldn't actually be there. It's going to be down to the OEM to choose what shape it is, and then that way, hopefully all the developers will make adaptive icons, and then we'll have consistently shaped icons across the whole device without having to use a custom launcher and an icon pack, which is going to be very, very nice, because this, having round icons here, but then square ones here, just bugs me a lot. But hey, at least it smart sizes icons in Pixel Launcher and like Google Launcher, so that's always a thing. Otherwise, that's mostly it for my favourite things in Android O. We seem to have a new setting for tinting the navigation bar dark now as well, like the status bar up top. But that's it. Battery usage has been okay. When I have pure screen on time, it's about the same as Nougat. It seems to be standby time that's not as good. Again, it's a beta preview. Android N had the same problem when it was in preview, so I'm not too bothered about that. I'm always near a charger, plus I'm housebound for the next couple of weeks due to surgery, so I'm not really needing the phone to last a long time. Standby wise, I'm pretty much using it all of the time. So is there anything you want to know about Android O? Always feel free to ask me anything, and I will let you know about whatever I can. So far I'm thinking it's quite a solid release. Not as many in-your-face features as before, but lots of nice under-the-hood tweaks like vitals to increase system performance and things like that that should really make Android O a nice polished operating system. So again, if you have any questions about it, shoot me up on Google+, Twitter, things like that. Just ask and I'll always try and answer.